What's up? My name's Jay Americana. I'm 24. Well, actually 23 right now, but by the time you see this, I'll probably be 24. And I'm a recording artist. As of right now, I'm working on my sophomore album called Even Stars Burn Out. It's the follow up to my first album, Like You've Seen a Ghost. And this time around, I'm kind of trying to hone in on my roots as a person. I'm taking a lot of inspiration from like artists I grew up listening to, but also putting my own spin on it. So I'm taking cues from Missy Elliott and then adding some splish splashes of violin and these crazy unique sounds. I'm just so proud of this project right now because there's no two songs that sound the same. Um, yeah, I can't wait to put that out this fall. On the subject of roots and taking inspiration from them, for about maybe 3.5 years, I spent some time in Atlanta, and that definitely helped cultivate who I am as an artist and introduced me to so many people, even people I had looked up to previously and idolized while I was living down here in Valdosta. And that time there gave me the opportunity to make so many connections and learn so many things, and I'm just eternally grateful for that experience. Um, so many fun shows and DIY events that I got to play there, and I just can't wait until the day maybe I can get back to that. For me personally, a lot of my music is definitely inspired by other people, but at the same time, I'm taking cues from my own personal experience. Uh, Growing up in the South as a openly queer, very black man has has given me its own series of conflicts and issues, whatever. But at the same time, there's something about my cultures that I appreciate so much, and I want to channel that energy and take cues from my ancestors in making my art as loudly and proudly as I do. It's been a little over 2 years since my last full length album. In the time since, I've dropped a few songs here and there, but most of that time has been devoted to writing and trying to find out my ideas and what I really want to express on this new record. Um, like the last one, it's been a highly collaborative effort. I've got Bickle, I've got Adam, I've got my boy Ezra, and all of these people, I've just always felt so close with, where I don't see myself recording with or making music with anybody else. Um, and it's just it's been tedious, but it's been fun. Um, right now we're sitting at 7, maybe 8 tracks for the record. We've recorded in that time maybe 20 or so, but I really just wanted to focus in on these and keep it as short and sweet as possible. Um, I've done a couple different sessions over the years at home and in Atlanta and in New York, and I don't know. I feel like this is just one of those records, that really shows people who I am. So I can't wait to share it with people. From a young age, I've always appreciated music. I remember when I was 5 years old, uh, one of the things I always watched, I had a DVD collection of Outkast music videos and performances. So every day, just watching that and taking cues. And I wanted to be Andre 3000 so bad. But, even back then, in the middle of class, I was like humming melodies and shit. And I was, I was like, yeah, I'm JD. And then I was like, nah, maybe not that. And I went through so many different stage names. and it came to a point where I was really interested in writing. So I started writing poems, and then poems became lyrics, and eventually I just sought out, instrumentals to back up those songs, and that kind of put me where I am today. A lot of times for me, writing kind of starts with me just running an idea through my head constantly throughout the day, and then writing it down and trying to spin off of that, and trying to make it something full fledged. It's a very disjointed process. I know a lot of people like to write songs in one go, but for me, they can take days, sometimes months, and I don't know, even sometimes I'm not completely satisfied with the songs I make in their initial drafts. So there are a lot of demos and things that I cut, and I may just eventually splash them together and try and make sense out of them. For me, I don't know if my music would be the same if I wasn't being my authentic self. I know a lot of people like to portray different personas and idealized versions of themselves within their music, and I get that's very fun and whatnot, but for me, being honest about who I am and what I've been through, I feel like that allows me to resonate more with my audience and remind these people that they're not exactly alone in being depressed or struggling with their identity or anything like that. Um, and I feel like if we continually uplift marginalized voices within mainstream music, we'll have a larger positive effect on society as a whole.